We do something called a poverty check.
Yeah,
so
tell us about
so
this.
there would have
I
to
love
be
this.
there should be a poverty check.
All right, so tell us how it works in your friary, and then tell me what it would look like when you came to my house and went through each room.
Well, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Kick open the door.
That's. I mean, we wouldn't quite do that, but I know what you're saying. So we do it now once a year, and it's a communal. It's both communal and personal. So we have something in our rule which goes through what we call a poverty check, and it kind of there's these questions. We do it all together of. So there's like very particular questions about like, you know, like what's animating your, like what has brought you sort of deeper to a sense of poverty? Like, do you remember why we're doing it? These types of question. And then it's like practical of, or like what has encouraged you in your life of poverty lately? And then it's like, does the friary have any things that they don't need? Have we
The coffee machine. Shut up, brother innocent.
So stuff like that happens though, where it's like, well, has anybody used this thing for a while? And they're like, well, no, but you know, it's that. So that type of stuff really does happen.
I would love you to put like a candid camera somewhere in the room, and I want you to sit all the brothers down and explain to them why you feel convicted that we need to just get rid of the coffee machine.
I'm sure it would not go over well. That would not be a long conversation. But what if you said it
with great seriousness? You know what I mean? With a tear in your eye.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would go.
Yeah.
I would love to see it.
Yeah, we're like...
You know what? How about you don't drink it, okay?
That's kind of... Yeah. Well, yeah, we're going to keep doing it. Yeah, it's like... It's been worked out. You're not going to get anywhere trying to get coffee out of the friary, nor will you'll be met with compassionate walls. You know what I mean? They're padded walls.
Compassionate. I love it.
Yeah, they might be padded walls, but you're not gonna move them. You know?
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So how does it work in your friary? The poverty check for the individual friar.
So then it's you kind of go and there's like some stuff for you to go and reflect on your own, again, experience of poverty, dependence on God, divine providence. We have the language of the friars are to be content with the minimum necessary, not the maximum allowed.
Wow.
And so is there like, you kind of check your spirit of that. Do you have things that you don't need, etc. I would say for us though, it's something that we, in the friaries I've been on, we kind of pay attention to it. Like it's like we do a official poverty check once a month, but it's kind of something that we're always keeping eyes on and having conversations about. So do you have a
fellow brother walk into your cell and look around?
No.
That'd be cool.
That would be different. Like I've heard the companions, I think they're called the companions do that.
The cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, up in Canada. Maybe that's where I heard it.
Yeah, I think they do that. We don't do that.
No.
No. But also everyone kind of knows.
It'd help if you didn't have like drawers or cupboards.
Yeah.
All your belongings are just in a black plastic bag.
Everybody knows everything you have, really.
Really?
Because
what's been an example of something that was superfluous that you had that you're like, I gotta get rid of this?
What would be something superfluous that I had?
Yeah.
I mean, I once had. There's also the joke of sometimes you do accidentally get poverty checked by a brother.
Mm-hmm.
When I just moved, I'm a basketball player. I used to be a basketball player, so I do have like basketball shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And I left them in like a communal closet, which I thought is where we were storing shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody, like a poor guy, came to the door and needed something, so he gave away my basketball shoes. So I have had my basketball shoes poverty checked. What is something that I what would be, it's hard because I don't like stuff. I don't want stuff.
Yeah.
I like to live simply.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of.
That's good.
Have I like? And again, we're talking about like.
What's been the?
I don't have house sandals.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Like, like I have one pair of sandals, and if I'm gonna wear sandals in the house, I'm not gonna wear a different set to like.
We live very different lives, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, like things that would be a good have been good debates are like, could we have like communal like GPSs?
Yeah.
Because we used to have maps, then we'd print things off on MapQuest. And now there's like, can we have some communal GPSs? And I think the leaning has been towards using them, but those would be a hot debate.
Yeah.
Like cell phones is a hot topic. Definitely laptops would be a hot topic. Like if people need or using those.
Am I right in my understanding that y'all don't have Wi-Fi in your friaries?
Correct.
Please keep that up.
Yeah.
Please never not do that. I feel like if you gave into that, that would be a sign that your order is on the verge of decline. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything about you, so forgive me for just
talking
about your
that's great.
family like that. But Yeah.
And there's something though, right? Like you're saying something like there's something that the people of God want from us. Like there's a certain way in which we offer an encouragement or some sort of hope. And there's a variety of reasons, but one of those is there's something that's encouraging about us not having Wi-Fi.
Well, I said to you before we jump back on that my wife and I are about to get rid of Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long we'll last, but I was really impressed with my wife that she was just as on board as I am.
Yeah.
Because it just makes the house safer too, especially now we've got teenagers in the house and, you know, just having those smart TVs, you know, like it's just so, it's almost like the more technology a parent lets in is a whole lot more work you have to do.
Yeah.
It's actually easier to just not give your children phones. I understand some people can't do that. Maybe their children travel, maybe they work. I understand that. But I'm just saying, like, to open up a can of worms, you then have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Whereas to not open it up seems like a big battle, but it's not nearly as much of a battle as then having to deal with it. You know?
Yeah, and I've heard people who like have like, if you will, who've experienced like suffered addiction or have like sort of addictive personalities, applies to different things. And it's like, it's easier, for example, if it's applied to sort of like cupcakes. Say this dude's like, he always binges on whatever he does. And he said, well, why can't you just have one cupcake? And he'd be like, you don't understand. It's actually much easier for me just to have 0 than to have 1. And because once the things in there, it's always there. I want more, more, more. And I think there's something similar with internet, and it's just, we know it's addictive. It's kind of always calling to us. And if we just like, no, we're not going to have it here in this space. I do think it can be quite freeing.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, do us a favor, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the video, like, and subscribe.